If Dead Cells and Hotline Miami had a blood pact on a haunted space station, you'd get Katanaut. Fast, precise buckets of pixel gore. The question is simple. Is this the best feeling 2D roguelite of 2025 or a gorgeous RNG machine that occasionally eats your lunch? Context first. Katanaut comes from Voidmaw, a one-dev passion project launching on PC in September 2025 with some outlets noting a revived Acclaim label attached. The premise is pulp on purpose. Aliens overrun your station, you wake up, grab steel, and start repainting corridors. Narrative sits in the back seat. The combat is the steering wheel, the engine, and the fuzzy dice. Let's talk blades. The katana is your primary verb, and it feels fantastic. Snappy startups, readable recovery, and impact that rattles the screen without mudding inputs. There's a stamina layer on top, which is where the design shows its teeth. Every action, slashes, dashes, slides, draws from a regenerating bar. You can play fast, but you can't mash. That one limitation is the soul of the game, aggression with discipline. It makes your decision to commit mean something. Secondary weapons, pistols, shotguns, railguns, lasers, grenade launchers aren't just side dishes. Ammo replenishes by cutting things with your sword. That creates a loop. Close in to reload, back out to delete, repeat. It gets spicy when you add the perk system. You'll find or unlock orbs and perks that change the flow. Damage bursts, bullet time windows, elemental effects, defensive triggers, even a drone buddy that peppers foes like a helpful gnat. Some perks tweak your economy, others reshape how you approach a room. Pattern interrupt, 3 damage types. Katanaut splits its math into combat, kinetic, and aether. Your default katana is combat, but certain blades and skills push into the other too. Within a run, syringes drop to buff a type, crit chance, or ammo cap. The smart play, echoed by reviewers, is to focus. Pick the damage lane you're boosting and stack into it instead of scattering upgrades across all 3. Build identity, build envy. Now the review split. Game Green plants a flag with a 10 out of 10. Best roguelite since Dead Cells. Difficulty high but fair, stamina smart, customization deep, and the kind of gore feedback loop that makes your brain purr. On the other hand, Soj Connected lands around a 78. Calls the package addictive and layered but dings the RNG, visibility, and procedural variants. Sometimes drops are stingy, sometimes critical orbs get lost in VFX confetti, sometimes levels sprawl more than they sing. The game's machine clocks in at 7.7 and leans into 2 critiques. Progan layouts that skew toward long, simple corridors or big empty rooms, and AI that bunches up or path finds dumb under pressure. Also, a few perk combos are straight up busted in ways that trivialize encounters. So why the disagreement? It's not taste so much as tolerance. If you come for razor-sharp input feel, a high skill ceiling, and that dopamine-dense one more run, Katanaut delivers in spades. If your fun depends on consistent drops and tightly curated rooms, the procedural wildness and RNG swing are going to grate. Both truths can live in the same air duct. Let's break down what sings. First, the melee. Frame tightness matters in a die-repeat game, and Katanaut sticks the landing. The stamina bar stops your fingers from going full lawnmower and forces cadence. 2 slashes, reposition, punish. Because ammo refills on melee, your risk loop becomes intentional. Take the space with steel, spend it with a shot. Second, the perk synergies. There are lots. Bullet time into wall-piercing slashes into a high-damage launcher turns you into a blender. The Italian review even calls out Tornado Sword Plus Piercing Rifle as a loop that shoves enemies away, earns ammo, then perforates the stack. That's fun design, maybe too fun if you're a balance purist. Pattern interrupt, difficulty. One reviewer needed 20 plus hours to beat the first boss. That's not a bug, Katanaut expects failure. The difference is it never feels like the hitboxes are lying or the controls are sluggish. When you die, it's because you overcommitted, whiffed your stamina, or gambled on a greed punish and the station bit back. The game's quick resets and subtly different layouts keep the sting from festering. Where the wheels wobble is the procedural generation. Roguelites live or die on the illusion of authored chaos. When a seed strings you through empty atriums or samey corridors, the pressure drops. And when the VFX blizzard, from blood, muzzle flashes, orb effects, lands just right, you'll miss a key pickup in the mess. Those moments don't break Katanaut. but they pull you out of the state it aims for, flow. Bosses are another inflection point. Terrific when you've had a decent run, brick walls when RNG starves you. That variability is part of the genre, but the amplitude here is higher than average. Quick practicality burst, how to succeed early. 1. Treat stamina like HP you can recover for free. Never empty it unless you've secured space to breathe. 2. Pick a damage type each run and root syringes into it. A focused build multiplies buffs. 3. Draft utility perks first, iframes, slow time, mobility edges, then chase damage. 4. Abuse the ammo loop, slash to reload, gun to thin the pack, slash again. 5. Visibility is a mechanic. After big fights, do a quick sweep for orbs and syringes before leaving a room. 6. If a combo feels absurdly strong, that's probably intentional. Ride it. This isn't a leaderboard balanced racer, it's a toy box. Presentation matters and Katanaut's art is loud in the best way. Modern pixel art with a cyber eldritch mash, fluid blood sprays that double as you've been here breadcrumbs. Synth that keeps your spine humming without stealing the scene. You're not here for NPC monologues, but the vibes are immaculate. Also, there's a ship's cat you can pet it. No, that won't buff crit. Yes, it buffs soul. Let's line up the sources. GameGrin praises responsiveness and fairness in deaths that tracks with the stamina-paced combat and snappy animation timing. A connected gripes, RNG dry spells, hidden drops in particle storms, level size inconsistency. Explain a 78 on a game that feels great moment to moment. TGM's critique of prog and blandness and AI pathing issues adds why a polished combat core can still feel uneven over time, and why certain perk cooldowns might need toning down to prevent broken loops. Same instrument, different acoustics. Veteran Games take, Katanaut absolutely slaps in the hands. It's the rare roguelite where Git God isn't a meme. It's a byproduct of a system that rewards restraint more than panic. When seeds are kind, or you build into one of the gleefully or overtuned synergies, it feels legendary. When seeds are stingy and rooms roll flat, you'll feel the scaffolding. If you live for combat feel and build expression, easy recommend. If inconsistent pacing and prog and blast kill your buzz, you'll bounce. Pattern interrupt before the CTA. The revived Acclaim footnote is a fun bit of industry necromancy. But whether it's Voidmaw self-publishing or under a legacy label in your region, the experience is the same. One person's clean, crunchy combat obsession shipped at scale. If this kind of no BS deep dive is your thing, hitch a ride with Veteran Game and hit subscribe. If you're nodding or fuming about broken builds, drop a like so this take survives the algorithm and we keep sharpening the steel. Final spicy prompt. Should roguelites let you become briefly overpowered for that cathartic power fantasy? Or should balance clamp down so every run tests execution over synergies? Pick your hill, then meet me in the airlock.